Welcome back, everyone, to my who knows what attempt at making an update. It's been 3 weeks since the last one. You're long overdue a new one. Let's get right into it. So when I was last on this world, that train station literally right behind me, that was the only thing that had been built on this entire little island. But as you can see, things have changed around here. Chief among them being the lighthouse. There is now a lighthouse in this town. There's a little gift shop. Now, the ground floor, kind of empty. I don't quite know what to do with this. If we go up the stairs, there are living quarters. There's a kitchen here, there's a bed here, there's a bookshelf. No real storage though, which I should probably rectify. When we go further up, there's another empty floor, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. And more importantly, you can climb up to the balcony of the lighthouse, which gives you a 360-degree view of the city itself and the surrounding area. You can also see the tunnel that I spent forever building, because building without sponges or proper swimming is absolutely miserable, and I hate it, and I wouldn't recommend it. And if you ever play an old version of Minecraft, don't do it. Please, spare yourself the pain. I'm serious. But that's very clearly not all. As you can see behind me, there is an entire new half of the city that has to be... Well, I wouldn't say addressed, but I definitely do need to cover it. So that is what I'm going to do. And I will cut to when I am there. So I will see you in just a moment. And here we are. So, when we were here last, the only thing that really existed was some partially constructed warehouses and the town hall. But as you can see behind me, there is a lot more now. So I think it's high time we got into it. First and foremost, there is this office building that I created, which has a bunch of computers, in air quotes, in it. As you can see, they are just blocks of wall with paintings on them, which, admittedly, compared to some of the designs I've seen more recently, which incorporate items like shelves and pressure plates, they're not really that impressive. But I think they sell the illusion of a computer decently well. I think the only thing I would change is making pressure plates for the keyboards, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. That might have to be a thing I incorporate in future builds, but we will see, because I'm not sure how I'd incorporate the paintings as well. That might get a bit complicated. Now, the warehouses are mostly complete. They're empty, there's no chests in them, but I don't know if I want to build like a bajillion chests I'm not actually going to use. Especially right about now when... Well, I built a lot of this now first, so... While wood was renewable, leaf decay wasn't a thing, so I felt a lot more lazy, and I think I just kind of ballooned into this, so I've not really built any chests to sell the illusion these are warehouses people actually use. I will consider changing it, but no promises. And if we take a trip through that alleyway, with the space between, we reach the park, which is surrounded by these partially finished flat blocks. On the inside, I'm still working on the inside. I will show it off at some point. You can get an idea of what they look like from just this window. There is a pond here with a little island in the middle, which is based on a pond where I live in real life. And I also took further notes, like this stage, which is more of a gazebo in real life, but you can't place fences more than 2 blocks up, as I learned the hard way, because I tried putting a spire of fences on that tower. Oh, you can't see it. That tower up there, but the game kept crashing when I tried to do it, so I ultimately gave up. And I'm kind of glad I learned that, because I probably would have kept trying to do it here, to no avail. I'm not going to repeat it because it will crash my game, but if you place 1, 2, 3, and then try to place a 4th fence on top of each other, they go invisible, and when you look at them, the game crashes. I don't know why it does that. It just does. So, let's get a move on. And here we are for the next leg of the journey, the Oak Hill Shopping Center, which is also based on somewhere I've been to in real life. Loosely, anyway, it looks nothing like this in real life, because we have more than 2 ways to build things in reality. Anyway, the big open area down here is the main area. There's a department store here, which I'll go to in just a moment. There's a bookstore, which has a lot of bookshelves. We don't have book and quills in this version, so, you know, it's not like we can really write anything. Or really store them, actually, because we don't have chiseled bookshelves either. But one day we will, and they're going to make some really cool looking bookstores. There's a pretzel stand, or the simile of one. There's a DFS, which is, well, leaves a lot to be desired. Now, as of me recording this, they recently announced cushions in Minecraft, so one day we can actually make sofas. And maybe DFS sofa sale will finally come to an end. There's a bakery. I like building bakeries. Got some shelves, some more shelves, some more shelves, a counter. There's a fountain down here and some benches. There's a big bench over here. There's some smaller ones on the sides of the fountain. And here is the department store in question, where I just spammed a bunch of stairs to imply shelves. And if we go upstairs, you can buy some computers. Well, computers. Let's not get it twisted. You can buy a well-rolled Redstone OS, or a Kusanagi Arise OS. Now, I kind of just did this on a whim of like, oh, what if there was like operating system wars in Minecraft? And when you only have one color of wall, it's kind of hard to portray that. So my solution to that has been Kusanagi computers use this painting, and well-rolled computers use this one. There's another stationery store, because of course there is. Real fake doors, which is probably the only time I'm ever going to willingly reference Rick and Morty in my life. And yeah, they really do go nowhere. They are in fact real fake doors. There's a food court here, which has a view of the forest on the opposite side of the sea. You can see the town hall from up here, and you can kind of see the park. There's a window store. I'm at least a little proud of this absurd double glaze. Like, yeah, let me just buy a 2-meter thick window like I'm in an underwater bunker. Tell me, would you buy double glazed windows? I probably wouldn't. There's an estate agent, which has nothing on sale. And the last store is a Tesco. Because of course it's a Tesco. Yeah, that is the department store. Not department store, the shopping centre. And in front of us is the Oak Hill Cafe, which is a very recent build. It has plenty of tables, plenty of lighting, counter, and it also has some outdoor seating. Originally, this tree was here. You couldn't get to this seating, so I moved it, and I think that was the right decision. There's also some housing down here, and my favourite part of the build so far, this little spleef arena. Now, originally I was going to do a much larger one, but I didn't have the space for it, so this one will have to suffice. I kind of like it, actually. I kind of like the more open look of it, if that makes sense. Like, it's kind of like a community gathering spot. Yeah, people obviously coming from here. You could have them coming from maybe a bit further around, maybe from there. All having a nice game of Spleef on a hot summer evening. I can only bring it up because there has been a heatwave recently, and I've not been enjoying it. There's a small little park area here. There's some more benches. And here is the big bit, and part of why I started this entire side project to begin with. Fremington Tower, which I conceptualized and then drew while I was away. And then I probably started building once I came back. So if we go up these stairs, which are awful and I hate them, and why did I build a spiral staircase to begin with? What was I thinking? We will emerge on the top layer. Now in the north you can see Northern Southport, which sounds a bit strange to say out loud. Over here to the east, you will see the lighthouse and the tunnel that connects it to the mainland of the city. If we go to the south, you will see the entrance district, the shopping center, and everything else. And if we go to the west, you will see not a lot, really. You can still kind of see the rest of the city. That's kind of it. Forgot to mention this sugarcane farm that I built because I really needed one. Yeah. That's it. Let's move on to the main bit of the recording. And here we are for the remaining tour of what's new in Southport. Behind me and over there are two new boats. I really just copy-pasted the design I've used since the beginning for boats, but I've tried to spice things up a bit. So if you go into this one, you'll see the little captain's area is different. And if we take a trip over to this one on the opposite side, it is a similar story. As you can see here. There are also some chests which don't have anything in them, but I guess the implication is they have been... I guess. No, the implication is that they have taken wares from another part of the world, and they are here to sell them in Southport, or at the very least store them. And to aid them in all of this, there is the office for the logistics company that they operate with, who are well-rod OS loyalists, to and through. There's also a break room up here, which has a conceptual vending machine and a non-existent water cooler, which one day I think I can refine to eventually dispense water bottles. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, I like the concept of the water cooler more than anything. I did also try putting a lever on here, but it looked a bit suspicious, so I decided not to. And beyond that, these masonettes, which were partially constructed, have been finished. And if you go up the balcony, you get a nice view of the city. You can see the roofs of the warehouses, you can see Newtown and Fremington Tower. You can see the church, the museum. Generally, quite a good place to be for views, which is always nice. Alright, I decided to cut to here because my brain kind of melted a bit and I didn't say anything. But there is something important I have to show you. Behold, a stack of fishing rods. Now, this is possible until, I believe, beta 1.6, but I decided to get it out of the way early because, come on. I had to do a stack of fishing rods, it's funny. And this church of Saint Victoria the Acolyte, who I guess has lore relevance, because what is a Minecraft all about? It's lore. On the western side of Swag House 1.0 and the northwesternmost point of the city. We go inside. It is functionally the same as the one I built all the way back in Alpha, even though the layout of the bookshelves is a bit different. And if we go up, you also get a good view of the sea. I believe this is the second highest view, but that's kind of cheating because it's built on top of a hill, so I'm not really counting it. Relative to Frankton Tower and the lighthouse. You also see this hill, which is a very strange bit of world generation, but I kind of like it. You also see the bridge that connects the next leg of our journey to the rest of Southport. Before we go there is one final thing I have to show you. And here we are, the last leg of our Southport journey. The General Hospital, which is built on the furthest possible end from the rest of the city, which is a bit ridiculous. I didn't really have anywhere else to put it, so this will have to suffice. I promise there will be housing here at some point to indicate that yes, there is expansion, because of course there will be. That's not important right now. What is that there is a reception, a lobby, so you can wait for like 1,000,000 years to get your currently missing limb checked and be told you just need some ibuprofen. There is a small doctor's office, which could use a bit more furniture. Upstairs there are some hospital rooms. This one has a view of the beach that I hollowed out for sand to make glass. The rest of these have a view of the city. Well, kind of, anyway, you can't really see much of it. Oh, I almost forgot something. There is also a surgery room. I'm not quite sure what you perform surgery with in Minecraft, and I'm not sure I want to find out. So we're just going to leave this area be. But do you notice I said the last leg of the Southport journey? There is another town that I've built between the last update and now. So I, diligent as I am gonna skip to when we're finally arriving. So I will see you in just a moment. And here we are. This is Spawn Town, which is so creatively named because this is where my spawn point is. Real shocker, I know. Now, as recording this yesterday, I spent 2.5 hours building the path here, including all the fences. I got through so many logs to do it. But I would say it was worth it. There is a small bit of housing here. There's another Tesco. There is a library which has some computers of its own. There's a blacksmith. A church. And a spleef arena. A proper spleef arena too. You have a commentator stand up here. You have a properly fenced off arena here. With some stone shovels. The actual matches themselves. Just prove that they're in both chests. There's some trees. There's no real town walls. I'll probably work on that. And if we go down here, there's some other work that I've done. There is a bakery. Which has its own little wheat farm. If we poke around here, you can see. There's a sugarcane farm, a green top house, a big wheat farm, and there is a safe house. So if I ever die and it's like the middle of the night, I can hunker down in here. I can prepare with all these materials in here. And I can sail off on my way. And I have also marked my actual spawn point, with this block of mossy cobblestone. But yeah, for the time being, that's all there is to show off in this world. And this won't be the last update on this version. There is still something I want to build on the outside of Southport. But for all intents and purposes, this is all that I have to show you for now. So I will be seeing you in the next update, which will hopefully be in a few days' time. So for now, see you later.